Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Azend and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be showcasing off Kit Fishto. This is a new raid unit that they have added in the most recent update, and I am a few days late by the time this video goes up, but I'm really sorry about that. Basically, as I said, he's a raid unit, but the weird part is he's not like any other raid unit. First off, his EVO item costs 400 raid tickets. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. But at the same time, it did used to cost 600, so they gave us a little bit of a nerf on that, thankfully. One thing to note, if you guys got Ahsoka or you got Bane before they went off of the game, pretty much because they're limited units, you guys still can obtain the EVO items for them in the raid shop as well. So one thing that sets Kit apart from the other raid units, though, is you can actually summon, which I think is kind of cool. I don't think they should do this for secret units, which I don't think they're going to, but since Kit is a mythical unit, I think that's why they went for this approach. But yeah, I do not recommend summoning though. Here's the thing. I've spent over 40,000 gems trying to get Kit. I got like 8 mythics, and the very last one was Kit. So that really is just bad luck on my part, but at the same time, as I said, the EVO item is 400 raid tickets. So it would make sense to me to grind those raid tickets, get to 400 tickets, and then if you still don't have them, then I would summon. The reason I say that is because as every raid unit, you can play the raid and you'll have a chance of getting them. So Act 1, you'll start out at 0.5% chance. Act 2, you'll start out at 1. Goes up by 0.5 every time up until the last raid, which is a 2.5% chance. And if you guys have a luck stack saved up, which you guys should already know about this, but there's luck boosts in the raid shop as well. You can use credits to get 2 times luck and 3 times luck. Yeah, I would say 3 times luck's more worth it. I wouldn't waste your tickets on 2 times, because then you'd have a 7.5% chance of getting them with every single raid you play. But yeah, so I highly recommend you guys play the raid first and then you summon after you get enough tickets for the EVO item. I personally did not do that just because I wanted to get this video out. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to be hopping right into Act 5. Alright guys, wasting no more time, we're going to hop right into this showcase. I'm going to start out by placing Ahsoka just so that way we don't die, but later on in the raid, I will place down Kit and we'll talk about him some more. Alright guys, we got our B2s all placed down, they're all maxed out, so we're ready to do the showcase. I do have him as level 50 by the way, and he has a trait that does not buff any stats, which is good for the showcase. But yeah, so level 1 starts out with 260 damage every 8 seconds, and he has a line AoE type attack. I'm gonna place Ahsoka back there so we don't die. His model itself, I think, looks pretty cool. Can we view maybe? Does that help? Yeah. So his model, I think, turned out pretty sick. Definitely one of the better models we've seen from this game. Obviously, I love the green lightsaber. Just, in my opinion, the best color. His attack is a pretty cool little green slash. Kind of like a little vortex, honestly. Or it's like an X. Sorry. Definitely like an X shape. The placement limit for Kit is 3. And we're going to go ahead and max this one out real fast. So we're going from those stats up to 944 damage every 6.5 seconds. Now notice that the line AoE does get a bit bigger with every upgrade. Up until the max level. And it's just a huge line AoE. I think this might actually be the biggest line AoE we have in the game. If not, there's got to be some other unit that I can't remember. But overall, very solid. His damage right now is not going to be the best because he's not evolved. But for the cooldown and the range and the type of AoE, I think this unit's going to be pretty high up on the tier list. But unfortunately, I don't have him evolved. So once I do get him evolved, I'll be making an updated video. Probably do a tier list actually and show you guys the evolved version of him as well. Of course, that does mean that I will be getting a different trait on him. I'm going to go for at least Lord and above. For my Mythic units, I really don't care too much about the trait because I don't really use Mythic units. But yeah, overall, I think Kit's going to be one of the better Mythics. Definitely better than Cody, better than... Let's see, who else? I've already forgot like all the Mythic units. It's kind of crazy. Not better than Rex though. I will say Rex is probably going to be the best Mythic up until there's a new full AoE Mythic that does good damage on a good cooldown. And also guys, I do stream quite a lot now. I've done 2 streams in like the past week. So if you guys want to hop on and do some raids, because that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm literally going to be farming for Kit's EVO item on the next stream. So if that's something you guys are interested in, definitely hop in the stream, join the game. I'll have the private server link on the top of the chat and you guys can grind with me. With that being said though guys, that's going to conclude today's little showcase of Kit. As I said, I don't have him evolved because it's really hard to get that EVO item right now, but in the future I will have an updated video. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Azend. Peace out.